What is up, guys? How we doing? How we doing? We got 2 new subscribers last night. I'm pretty sure we got 2. I think it went down 1 and then we went up 2. Either that or we got 1. But either way, I appreciate your support. Thank you for being here and welcome to the team. I often recommend my trauma dumping playlist. It has my life story, get you to know me better, and I got movie playlists, rants, political rants, football, Legos, Discord, Twitch, anything your heart's desire. But if you are just here for one video, I appreciate you, and I just appreciate you taking time out of your day to give me your attention, which is the most valuable thing on earth. And yeah, welcome to another Jeremy Ramblins video, weekly vlog series where I talk about my thoughts, events, and everything in between. I really can't believe the support that you guys have given me this week, man. And it truly means a lot. Like, I don't want to be a mush. I don't. But you guys offering to help, you guys hoping the channel succeeds, giving me constructive criticism, wanting to see the channel do well, believing in me, it means so much. And I'm someone that has a hard time accepting help, asking for it, or it means a lot. It made me teary-eyed, and I appreciate you so much. And thank you guys for being so supportive and being a shoulder for me to cry on sometimes. And you know, I'm really lucky that to be in this position. I've often said that if this is as far as I get, that I'm just proud to have made it to this point. But we're on the back half of 100 subscribers, and while that's not a super big amount, you know, like, that is awesome. I never thought that we would be here, and like, and the community, more importantly, that we're building here is something that is just absolutely beautiful. And y'all make me proud. And thank you. You know, like, really, I can't say it enough. Just thank you guys. And yeah. Yesterday, I said that I've been talking to an ex, and I don't mean my ex-wife. I mean an ex that I dated very briefly, like 6 years ago. And we didn't break up because we were like two people that were awful for one another and hated one another. It was more that we just kind of met each other at like the wrong stages of our life. We actually complement each other very well. And I've always thought that. And she's super awesome. She's really smart, really opinionated, really sharp, really witty, loves getting in debates. If anything, back in the day, us debating was kind of our way of flirting. And like, she's really tough, she's really independent, she's been in a lot of the same situations that I've been in, and she's a badass. And yeah, we had a lot of chemistry back when we dated, and so we're talking not with really with any intentions of dating, but really just kind of just talking, seeing where things go. And we hung out yesterday, and it was great. Well, we got along great. It was great to finally be able to hang out with a friend. And we had a lot of great conversations, and even showed her the channel, talked to her about the channel, and she really likes it and gave me some constructive criticism. And yeah, she she's awesome, man. She's beautiful, and Persephone really loved her, and like really liked her. Like usually when Persephone meets somebody, um, even when my grandma comes over, she's like hesitant to like. It takes her like 15 minutes to. She's like, "Who the fuck are you?" And then comes around. But she was like immediately, like, just loved her. And you know how I feel about that. You know how scared I've been to date or even try dating because I don't want to introduce people to Persephone just for them to leave. But we're just friends right now, and I'm allowed to have friends. I can't just stay alone my entire life. But it went really well, and yeah, it was nice. It was really nice to see somebody and hang out with somebody, and she's really awesome. And yeah, might even be watching this video right now. I don't want to say her name, but we even discussed the idea of maybe making a video in the future together because I think we would bounce off each other pretty well. Yeah, anyway, that was really nice. She gave me some decent words of encouragement, and we had a lot of deep talks, and it was nice. It was nice to hang out with a friend, man. But yeah, now let's get into the Steelers and Seahawks game. I'm going to touch on that briefly. I'm not going to make it its whole video. It's too late. The Steelers lost to the Seahawks. Now, if you look at the score, it seems more one-sided than it really was. The offense was pure dog shit in the first half. However, the defense did do a pretty good job of holding the Seahawks secondary kind of man. But we got 2 turnovers, turned that into 10 points. And the first half was, I mean, I'm not going to say good because the offense wasn't great, but it was a defensive battle. And our defense was winning. Then the second half, man, that pick in the end zone from Aaron Rodgers was a really stupid pass. It really was. If you replay it 10 times, it was just a bad pass. And instead of coming away with a guaranteed at least 3 there, we came away with nothing. And I'm pretty sure that drive led to 3 points on the Seahawks end. I could be wrong about that. If I remember correctly, it led to points. And then we had the dumbest special teams touchdown, or the Seahawks got a touchdown because, they kicked it to the returning team, our Steelers, and the dude touched it, the ball, and assumed that the ball was going to go out the back of the end zone. And it got a bad bounce and stayed in the end zone, and now it's a live ball, so the Seahawks got a touchdown, and then after that, yeah. And I know Steelers fans just disagree with me left and right, man, but whenever I said that I see Pittsburgh being anywhere from 10-7 to 5-12, I know that's a large spread. The 5-12 included them winning this game. Really worrying, honestly. Metcalf got shut down. Warren made some great plays. And all I can think about is, like, just imagine Pickens being on the other side. Imagine Pickens, Warren, and Metcalf. That would be amazing, dude. And instead, I mean, obviously it's the Seahawks. They know Metcalf. They know to double team him and whatnot. But if we had Pickens on the other side, then we could really be a problem. And I don't understand. Like, y'all can argue all you want about Pickens being a diva, but we just brought in a bigger diva. I mean, look at Aaron Rodgers post game in his conference whenever he's talking in the post conference or whatever the hell it's called. He doesn't seem like he's in this for the betterment of Pittsburgh or even cares about Pittsburgh. He's just in it for himself and to be relevant and to make money. And that's not bad. It's the NFL. It's a business. But first half, man. Like, look, the first game here, he got us in the end zone 4 times. I ain't going to sit here and not act like that's not improvement. Getting into the end zone last year was a huge problem. And so, like, I do think the offense will be better. But if people just know shut down Metcalf, and we're kind of screwed. Unless Warren ends up just, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. But that interception in the end zone was horrible. And the pass that almost got intercepted, that got hit up, was horrible. If you rewind, I watched that 10 times. There's no scenario in which the receiver, I see what he was trying to do. There were 4 defenders, 3 in the front, then the receiver and a defender right behind the receiver. Rodgers was trying to barely get it over the defenders and have it drop into the receiver. I see what he was trying to do, but the defender behind the receiver would have been able to. It wouldn't have happened. It was a bad read. It was a bad, we lost to the Seahawks. It sucks, but let's be real here. If you look at the Ravens, I hate to be so abysmal and negative, but we're not Super Bowl contenders, man. You look at, teams like the Bills, the Ravens, the real heavy hitters right now, we're nowhere near where they are. So, Pittsburgh does have a habit of being a second season, they play good December football. And I do look forward to seeing how this team, progresses. But yeah, that sucks. And another thing I wanted to talk about that's random is Fortnite. I made a video probably about 6 months ago called "Fortnite is Gonna Die," and then it got medium reception. Some people agreed, some people didn't. And then, that the heavy hitters like Cypher and whatnot made a video about Fortnite is dying and basically said all the things that I said, except complaining about the medallions. Medallions, yes, a large part of what's going on with Fortnite right now, and them, so there's a big deal right now because 2 days in a row Fortnite did not hit 1 million players. And, everybody's making videos about Fortnite dying and whatnot. And I actually think this season right now is a lot of fun. I don't so obviously we have all these different modes, which is spreading out the player count, which is resulting in more bot games. But my biggest complaint was medallions. I hated the repetitiveness of land, go after this medallion, get this medallion, get this medallion. Now I'm overpowered as hell and I win. And, it's not satisfying to win while you're invisible. It's not. I would literally take the medallions and throw them in Storm. Medallions are what was ruining the game for me. The repetitiveness of it. And I like the way Chapter 4 did it with augments. You get a slight benefit that isn't game breaking, and then you have mythic and exotic weapons. Just because you have a mythic weapon, though, doesn't mean you're going to beat me. You might have the mythic wrecker revolver, but have horrible aim and decision-making skills, and I might have a green wrecking revolver and can still kill you. That's how it should be. The way that the boons are, I like the boons. I like everything about this season. They took out the medallions. And not only that, but the medallions were making it like boring to watch streamers, because the streamers, like, they're already amazing players. Now they get these medallions. They basically win every game. And like, look, I know some people might disagree with that, but like, to me, it's not satisfying to win when I have all these advantages. I want to win because I was the better player. And you're not that in Fortnite being the better player gets you the win all the time. Sometimes you get third partied by somebody in a bush. Fortnite is a very situational game. But the fact that the medallions are gone, the fact that we have the shockwave hammer, I love the loot pool. I am having a lot of fun with Fortnite right now. I'm really enjoying it. Yes, there's a lot of bots, and that sucks. And I wonder if the player count, like, I've seen more people happy about the removal of the medallions than mad at it. So I'm surprised that the player count is low. I don't know if that's because they took the medallions out and that pissed off most of the fan base. It doesn't seem like that. I think it's just bots, and this game has been going on for a long time. But like, I've been having a lot of fun, and so I'm probably gonna stream Fortnite soon when I can. The problem with streaming Fortnite is I can't read chat. I have to come over onto the computer. When I'm playing on PlayStation, the chat comes on the TV, but I don't play Fortnite on the PlayStation because I have a paddled controller on the Xbox. I need to get an aim controller, but like, that's, a want that's way off in the future. So just wanted to take a moment to say that I really dig this Fortnite season. I love that, now you can go after the boss if you want to and get the mythic item, but it's not groundbreaking. You can get exotic weapons and whatnot, but that doesn't, immediately make you a better player. When you have double jump, that immediately makes you better. That's going to throw off your enemy. Your enemy is going to line you up, not expect you to double jump. It's very easy to get kills that way. People hate my opinion on that, but it is, man. And to me, that's not satisfying. So I think that's how it should be. You go after the boss, you get a mythic weapon. This mythic weapon can 2-tap somebody if you aim and hit them in the head with the Wrecker revolver. This mythic weapon in the right hand can be devastating. But it doesn't necessarily make you better, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win. It's how you use that gun. That's what the reward for beating the boss should be, a mythic weapon. And I don't know if most people are going to agree with that or not, but like, that's how I like it. This is your reward, a very overpowered weapon, but you can still get beat if you face a better player. You don't go from being an average player to unstoppable because you're invisible and have double jump, And, every loss is a learning experience. There's always something you could have done better. And whenever you lose because somebody's invisible and double jumping, it's like, well, there's not really a lot to learn from that. And again, the biggest thing is, me personally, when I was winning games, I was getting no satisfaction out of it. Half the lobby's bots, and then I win because I'm invisible, and like, so it just wasn't satisfying. It wasn't satisfying to watch streamers play because they're winning every single game. Now I think it's perfect. I think the loot is great. I think I am on team they shouldn't have added red dot ARs, just because of how we have the shockwave hammer in, one of the greatest mobility items of all time. Because of how overpowered these short range weapons are to medium range, I like that the long range weapons were bloom based. But now I'm not mad or like disliking that they put red dot ARs in the game. I love the hollow twister, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that, like, I would have been fine without it, but I'm happy they're here as well. I love the MK. I'm having a hard time deciding between the two. The Hollow does more damage, but it is a little bit harder to use. You kind of got to tap fire it. It's got more recoil. Well, no, the MK's got more recoil, but the Hollow Twister is better from long range. It hits harder, and yeah, I love the loot pool. I love the map. I love the little roly-poly things, and I am actually having fun playing Fortnite, by God, for like the first time in I don't know how long, ever since the medallions were introduced. And like a lot of people say, get good, skill issue. If you're having a problem beating this, it's because of skill issue. No, it's annoying. I can't express that enough. It's annoying. I had no problem taking down people with medallions. It's an annoying fight. Not to mention all your fights are revolved around medallions, right? Like each fight is ratty, and now it's like, who cares? I don't even bother going after the boss because I don't need the mythic weapon, right? I do recognize not everybody's like that, and I'm not trying to be too opinionated, but I do think Fortnite is better without medallions. Yes, that's leading to a slower end game, but another thing is like with the medallions in it, right? If you go and take out all 3 players with the medallions, then you just took out the 3 strongest players in the lobby. So now your end game's going to be easier. Now it ain't that way, right? But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's why the player count is down. I don't know. But I'm having so much fun with it, and I just thought I would talk about it for a second because, I have not been having fun with Fortnite for a while, and there's not a lot of outlets that I have, and video games have become one of them in the last few years. So I'm digging the hell out of Fortnite right now, and wanted to talk about it for a second. The last thing I wanted to talk about is Season 2 of Gen V just dropped on Wednesday, and I will be reviewing that. Season 4 of The Boys wasn't quite as good as the other seasons, but it was more of a setup season for the last season, Season 5, and it did still have some good character arcs. I think we got some of the best acting out of Simon Pegg that we've ever seen. And Gen V isn't as good as The Boys, but I still think Season 1 was pretty good. And since Season 2 is directly going to lead into Season 5, I want to watch it and review it. But yeah, that was my week. Work was going good all the way up until, I got fired. I didn't really want to talk about it much in this video because I already did. And, your guys' support, man, has meant the world. It was cool to hang out with a friend. And yeah, I'm not sure what the answers are right now, but we'll figure it out. We always do. Just gotta keep going, and your guys' support means the world, and I love making these videos for you guys. And yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for being so supportive. Thank you for being so kind. And I look forward to doing these reviews. I look forward to just, it's nice to know that no matter how hard things get, that, if there's people out there that care, that I can, this channel is my journal, and, thank you guys for caring, and I love you guys.